getting from No Jumper, but a small paycheck and a bunch of weird niggas in my DM on Instagram. That's all I've gained from No Jumper, and some merch. So why y'all be saying, oh, Tam be begging and this and that? Because I need to get something for this circus that I'm a part of. A sweater or a t-shirt, that's the least that y'all could do.
Yeah.
Okay? Because what the other that I'm getting, it's not helping me. Y'all think I'm getting clout off No Jumper? I'm not a gang member. I don't go back to the hood, to the tap house, and get a bunch of high fives for being on the show with Adam. I come back to the apartment, I get in my bed, and sometimes I wonder, what the am I doing with my life?
I believe Tam. Okay.
Have I lost it? Am I going down a dark path, Lord? Do I need to go to church? God forbid.
Why do we got to talk about hood politics? Who's getting DP? Who's getting put on? Who's getting put off? It doesn't make sense. Why are we doing that? It doesn't make sense. And if you want to say, okay, that I don't fit in, that's been the case since I first got here. That's y'all principal issue with Ricky and I, is that we're the normal people. So if that's the situation too, if there aren't any normal people allowed to be on the platform, then okay, like that could easily be said, and then
Hey, what's going on? It's your brother GRLA Hebrew, and we are back with another edition of the No Jumper Rebound. This is hot off the press from the Tuesday show. It's trouble in the proverbial No Jumper paradise. The title of this video is Tam trashes No Jumper and says none of the hosts are talented. This is a clip from the most recent edition of the No Jumper Tuesday show. Yeah, I saw this clip actually in the Reddit. Definitely had planned on reacting to it. Then boom, like I felt like I had missed something. I'm like, wait a minute, like how this, like there's a Tam versus No Jumper beef, like how did I miss that? But apparently she said this a few weeks ago on a live and is just now making the Reddit rounds. And then of course it came across Adam's desk, so they reacted to it on the podcast. So let's take a look.
Let's talk about this. Do you think that Tam has betrayed No Jumper?
No, sorry. What is everybody saying this? Like, what did I miss?
No, man, Lush, we know you look at the Reddit every second of every day.
No, I really don't.
That shit got to be interesting.
God damn it! Why is this Word doc? Oh no, it didn't do it. We got a link right here of Tam running her Dorito eater, and we're gonna fire it up, and we're gonna see.
I gotta hear this.
What we think about Tam running her gums. Let's go.
And I wanted to address that because I got the YouTube sweater for being a stellar YouTube creator previous to me ever being on No Jumper. So people trying to act like I'm getting clout or I'm doing this and No Jumper. I'm not getting from No Jumper, but a small paycheck and a bunch of weird niggas in my DM on Instagram.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When she says that, I think that is the brutal and honest truth from Tam's perspective. A lot of people don't understand Tam that are in the No Jumper ecosystem, I feel like, and her goals and aspirations in life. Tam is one of the first people that I encountered, and wouldn't even encounter me and her, didn't even exchange any words, but I definitely saw her. And her presence was a little awe-striking to me at the No Jumper tryouts back in August. I'll explain. I just felt like when I saw her, like she doesn't fit here with this group of people who are attempting to get a slot as a permanent host on a No Jumper platform. Nothing about the vibration that she emanated communicated to me that No Jumper was the right fit for her, right? And then me, I don't know if y'all seen these big ass ears, it's funny, man. There used to be this older Mexican kid in my hood, Ricardo. And he used to make fun of me when I was a kid. He used to tell me I had Dumbo ears. He used to tell me fly him to Mexico with my ears so he could eat avocados. It was the craziest thing in the world to me back when I was a kid. I didn't even know about avocados or nothing like that. But he definitely wanted to go to Mexico and eat avocados. He wanted, to travel via my ears. It was crazy. But I got these big ass ears. I say all that to say that, I'm a nigga that hear a lot of things unintentionally. Conversations that I am not a part of, man. But I got sensitive ears, man, and I hear and I pay attention. My brain zeroes in on shit. I can't help it. So I definitely overheard some of the conversation in which the Tam was having while we were in line and at different parts of the day. And she was expressing how she wanted to bring something different to the platform, how she wanted to kind of bring TMZ style celebrity reporting, etc. That was what she wanted to bring, and I definitely think that's interesting, and I definitely commend her for thinking about what she can bring to the platform as opposed to what the platform could, bring to her. But instead of her bringing that to the platform, essentially, she's just been integrated into the existing ecosystem there and the talking points and the news cycles, etc. She's not really been. I don't know if she's been in the position or not, but she has not done what she said then that she was going to attempt to do. And again, I don't know whether or not she's allowed to do that. I don't know, right? But I'm just saying from my interaction with her there, me seeing her, my initial analysis of her and what I overheard her talking about to other people, she really doesn't fit there. But I fuck with her. I had just left a comment last week. She was wearing a little dress. She looked good. I like when she got her little hair pulled back and stuff like that. You know what? She got some cool talking points and takes, and it is refreshing. A female voice, and she's not just any female voice though. She's not just some dumb bitch or anything like that. Like she has informed takes on things, right? So I like her, but she's not necessarily probably an ideal fit. And I think mutually, I don't think the platform is an ideal fit. But somebody like Tam, you go and you do your thing. You earn your keep. You pay your dues in, the journalist industry, the entertainment industry on the journalism side. It's what you do, right? So ain't nothing wrong with it. But I definitely had this impression. So when she said this, when I seen this clip, I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. You're probably right. And because the No Jumper audience is dominated by men, and men are weirdos, creeps, goners, etc. When there's one woman that's introduced into that ecosystem that is predominantly men, consumed by predominantly men, weird, obsessive, creepish behavior typically tends to elevate, escalate. So she definitely got probably a bunch of weird niggas in her DMs for sure, for sure, for sure.
All I gave you was for instant merch. So why y'all be saying, oh, Tam be begging and this and that? Because I need to get something for this circus that I'm a part of. A sweater or a t-shirt, that's the least that y'all can do. Yeah. Okay? Because what the other stuff I'm getting, it's not helping me. Y'all think I'm getting clout from a jumper. I'm not a gamer. I don't go back to the hood.
Weird logic is that you have to be a gang member to get clout from No Jumper. Let's be honest. Through Tam being on the No Jumper channel, there's probably like a couple 100,000 people who know who she is that did not know who she was before she came to No Jumper.
Adam, you are 100% correct, but you're not actually thinking about Tam's aspirations and her ideal career trajectory. What's going on at No Jumper, that space, that lane, that universe is not the universe that she truly is aspiring to excel in or permanently be a mainstay in, right? The majority of the girls that want to be mainstays in that arena are women who definitely lean upon their sexuality, right? That's not what Tam does. Tam wants to be honored and valued for her expertise, for her points, for her journalistic abilities, things of that nature. So you're right. You have exposed her to hundreds of thousands of new people, but those hundreds of thousands of new people may not be the people who she wants to be in front of, but she's getting her at-bats up. She's getting her fights in, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? She may be frustrated with what she's getting out of the platform versus what she feels like she's putting into the platform. You have to consider that from her perspective. I understand your perspective. On paper, you're 1,000% right. But from her perspective, there's a nuance there that kind of shrinks the benefit of being on the platform.
I just want through Tam being
I'm getting clout from a jumper. I'm not a gamer. I don't go back to the hood.
Weird logic is that you have to be a gang member to get clout from No Jumper.
Now, it's not. It is weird logic because people other than gang members definitely get plenty of clout from No Jumper. But we have to understand that there is a stigma on No Jumper from the outside looking in from a lot of people's perspective, not everybody's, but a lot of people look at it now as a gang platform, as a platform where gang politics thrive and take place and is the central narrative of the programming over there. So in understanding that, right, she is, though, on the inside, because she's such a, as the term Adam like to use, a normie, she too has that perspective. When she's sitting on the news and niggas is gang politicking and doing all that shit, she is gonna, of course, grass on the infield, play motherfucking ball, yeah. But she's like these people who are just on the outside, who don't get it, don't understand it, don't care to, don't give a fuck about it. So that's what's making her say these things. So again, on paper, Adam, he's correct. But the nuanced perspective of Tam, she's expressing that. And from her perspective, her points are valid.
Let's be honest. Through Tam being on the No Jumper channel, there's probably like a couple 100,000 people who know who she is that did not know who she was before she came to No Jumper. I just want to throw that out before we even finish this. Okay.
Fair assessment. Some more?
Yeah.
I give a bunch of high fives, on the show with Adam. I come back to the apartment, I get in my bed, and sometimes I wonder, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
I believe Tim. Okay.
Am I lost it? Am I going down a dark path, Lord? Do I need to go to church? God forbid. What's going on? I told y'all she don't give a about No Jumper. This is just a stepping stone to get her ass in the industry. What industry do y'all think I could get on from being on No Jumper? Y'all comments always conflict yourselves. One day y'all be like, what the fuck is she dressing up for at a place where they do drugs, porn, niggas fight, blah, blah, blah. And then the next time you're, oh, I'm using them to get into some industry that nobody else at No Jumper, like, who at No Jumper, host-wise, is doing some extraordinary off the couch?
Well, no, that's an unfair take. Again, because if you want to be a journalist, a reporter, let's say, Entertainment Tonight just got canceled, but some shit like Entertainment Tonight, TMZ, etc. You can utilize your time at No Jumper to pad your resume, right? Regardless of the stigma that's on No Jumper, you were a consistent media personality. You were tasked with coming up with takes, etc. This assists your resume in propelling forward. You live in Los Angeles, so the industry and getting into it is not that difficult. It's probably 1 degree of separation between phone calls that can be made to get you through certain doors once you have a resume that's adequate enough, right? So that was kind of unfair. That was kind of unfair. Now, again, if you're saying none of the hosts are doing anything else, not doing anything extraordinary outside of No Jumper, well, that's not their aspiration, but that's your aspiration. And again, you'll be able to utilize your time there to pad your resume and move forward. Let's be for real, right? So that was a little, but that could be coming from a place of her frustration and her just, she really is probably questioning why the fuck she go up there, why she's there. That's a battle that she's probably having internally because it's just not what she actually wants to do.
Damn.
I'll wait for y'all to tell me in the comments because I'm not a rapper. I don't got no mixtape I want y'all to stream. So what do y'all think I'm getting from Adam besides money?
The nigga said No Jumper don't offer pensions or 401k.
No.
I think
At what platform is this on?
That was on, I think, our own stream.
Her own shit?
I think that
Send me that. Put that in the
Yeah, I want to react to this.
it sounded like she was letting the chat kind of get her in her feels a little bit and was just kind of responding.
Well, I like how she's like accusing the chat as a whole of being hypocritical. Like one day you guys say this and then the other day you say this. It's like, yeah, the chat is not a monolith. It consists of a lot of different people with a lot of different opinions. I mean, my main thing about it though is that when you watch that, it does feel like she's kind of out of touch with reality and the fact that her being on such a big platform is pretty much like the best thing that could happen for her if she wants to make it in media. And granted, like the audience might be a little conflicted about her. I wouldn't say that they're 100% on board with her. I'm sure she hasn't exactly seen her socials explode, but I don't think that's like reason for her to denigrate the audience. I think if anything, that's kind of like a commentary on the fact that maybe she hasn't necessarily found her footing as a podcaster yet.
Well, I think the first part, she's clearly like responding to people invalidating her existence pretty much. Like, oh, like you ain't without No Jumper, you ain't. She's probably seeing that and she's like, nah, like I was already doing my thing before No Jumper. I was with her at that point. You know what I mean? Like, then when she was like mentioning like what she gets out of it, I do agree with your point, Adam. Like it's unfair for her to characterize that she hasn't seen like an uptick in popularity and notoriety, because clearly she has. But the only thing that I really have an objection with, because I don't think she said anything that crazy. But what was the part at the end about nobody is doing extraordinary stuff? Like I think we're awesome outside of here.
No. I agree with everything you said, right? But I'll be watching different shows here and there, and I pick up on certain things like, all right, when Wack crashed the Thursday show, and he was saying like why she wasn't on the Tuesday show. She's like, I ain't got no input on what the gangbangers say. I'm not about to get their stuff. And you know what I'm saying? So that's where that came from. Like, you know what I'm saying? Gangbangers. Or I get that. But I'm not subscribed, but she say, like I hear her say she had these high subscribers, close to 100,000. For pre her being here, for sure.
What? She said that?
No, she talked, and she had 99, and she close to hitting to 1,000 now.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, but no, pre her being here, her
I
channel.
just never seen her YouTube. Off YouTube, sure, she has 100,000 subscribers.
Right. So
I don't even know what I would look up to find her account.
No. I'm just trying to pinpoint everything she's saying, right?
Yeah.
But okay, and then I agree with you. We're saying outside of No Jumper, what, you know what I'm saying? Because I know her outside of No Jumper.
640 subscribers.
So which? That's
her new one, but she got another one that's peaking at 100K.
What is it? Time to Time TV.
What you about to say, Lesh?
No, I think that before.
That don't even come up when I search it.
Yeah, it's probably blamped. No, I think that before she definitely like was. I don't know, man. I ain't gonna lie. I put Tam heavy. I love Tam. I don't like. I think it's difficult for women over here always, and she's had an uphill battle.
Are you sure about that? Because let's be real, like she's gotten respect, I think, from all the hosts pretty much. I don't remember any narrative that was like anti-Tam, right? Like I feel like I haven't really encountered that. A lot of people have dealt with like some legit misogyny on this platform. I don't really feel like she's part of that.
The chat rock with her though. Anytime like the donos come through, they rock with her. But I could tell you what the problem is. Like her and Jaleesa on the same thing. It's kind of weird and it's lopsided, and she don't want to speak as much. You know what I'm saying? Like I be watching that. Like she like she go be quiet because she don't want to uproar this right here. But like everything she said, it ain't that. But what they got going on outside of No Jumper? Yeah, what you talking about?
Do you think when she on, she let Jaleesa dominate her?
No, not dominate her, because you just don't. Sometimes you just don't want to deal with it, so you just be quiet.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But to her, I really don't know her like that. But like my point is the same one as y'all. The only thing I think that's inaccurate, is not fair, that when you come on this type of platform that you don't get notoriety. I just think that I don't believe that.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real.
Defending herself though, because you got people like Wack saying, "Oh, Adam, you got these nobodies." Everybody, nobody's telling me Adam, so I kind of feel her. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
The same day, rest in peace, YCA Eddie Benz.
Yeah, that's right.
He did a cloud route. Oh yeah, your rap ain't it? The only because you had No Jumper talking about me, and I ain't even a rapper. I know you talking about me because him and his boys. He ain't talking about nobody else. Like, so people do give No Jumper, and people don't like that. You somebody because of No Jumper or Adam.
This is my
Nigga,
thing.
fuck Adam.
Okay, say that she wants to make it in the rap adjacent music media space. What is the bigger opportunity that you could get on the West Coast in terms of you that would like help you develop as a media personality than being on No Jumper? Because I'm kind of scraping the inside of my brain trying to think of like what is the thing. Now granted, like maybe you like get a show on Revolt or some show that doesn't even exist or whatever right now. Maybe you become part of some big new thing or whatever. But as far as becoming a media personality in hip hop on the West Coast. I don't really see any other platform that's really like allowing somebody who doesn't have a crazy resume to come and develop a name for themselves. And realistically, I mean, I don't know everything she's ever done in her entire life, but I would assume that this is probably like the most exposure and the most attention that she's ever got in her entire life. And even in comparison to other things she's doing right now, keep in mind, she goes and does a podcast with Dejan every week that gets like 800 views. And apparently that's worth her time. But going on the news or whatever and getting, 40 or 50,000 views on the live stream, I don't know. Apparently that's like not that big a deal to her. I don't know. It kind of makes me feel like, damn, Tam, maybe you don't want to be here. Maybe we should just like kind of take you out the equation, because I don't necessarily feel like she's made that much of a connection with the audience. Like, I think that they're okay with her. I wouldn't say that she's really like the breakout star of 2026.
So this is what's going on right now, right? So of course, Tam, she's reading into the chat too much. And as somebody who is a public figure, streams, etc., sometimes you can get frustrated seeing bullshit comments that are just so contrary or far away from the truth that you just go in, right? And when you go in, you kind of, present things like, bro, you keep talking about this nigga, fuck that. Like what you just said, nigga, fuck Adam. But it's not fuck Adam, but it's like, nigga, if you think that any of this shit is what I need or what I do or this controls me or this, like, man, fuck all that. This validated me, nigga, fuck that. You see what I'm saying? So I get that part. But then also from Adam's perspective, we have to understand that he's got a business, he's got a brand, and he does do a lot of favors, whether people like it or not. He's allowing people an opportunity on one of the biggest platforms. We of course say on the West Coast, but in hip hop media, period, he's walking people in off the streets and giving them a chance, right? And giving them fucking paychecks and letting them show up consistently, even if they're not good at first. Not saying Tam's not good, but he is giving fucking chances, is what he's doing. So when somebody, he feel like, anybody, if you in a position where you kind of extending olive branches and a motherfucker acting ungrateful and, oh, nigga, oh, you don't need it? Cool, nigga, don't come back around this motherfucker then. So I understand both perspectives. I've been in both perspectives, both positions. But yeah, they really need to have a conversation for sure. And clarity and mutual understanding needs to be brought. Or maybe Tam just need to step, because it's not really where she wants to be and where she's looking to grow at.
They fuck with her on the news for sure.
I would say that they're okay with her. It doesn't feel like she's like, mega in demand, right?
I think
shout out to Nathan for getting Popeyes. That's a hard decision.
I think No Jumper step and solidify a lot of people. But when you got like outside people talking about this the reason why you this and this and this and that, I don't see no wrong to combat that. Like, man, you got me up, I'm him.
Yeah, but
or her. But No Jumper is great exposure for sure. And a lot of people left here and went on to do greater things or great things. You know what I'm saying?
Because all right, just one last thing before you go. It's like, think about it. Everybody who's left No Jumper, or even people who are still on No Jumper, they all just have their own platforms. They got Instagram, they got TikTok, they got YouTube, and all kinds of different levels of success. But like, as far as like going to a higher level in the media space, I mean, where are you going? I mean, if you get a job at a radio station,
where you go?
It might be like a little bit more prestigious. Ooh, I'm on Power 105, whatever. But it's not like really like you're going to have a bigger audience. You're going to have a smaller audience. Like, it's just not really like, I don't know where you really go from here, aside from just maybe doing what Flacco's done and creating a platform for yourself that does really, really well.
I'm about to say, so No Jumper is the end all be all, as you saying.
I'm not saying it's the end all be all.
That's what it sounds like.
I am saying, okay, let's say somebody came from No Jumper and got a full-time gig on the Joe Budden podcast. That would be an example of like, okay, you went to a bigger platform, or I don't know, maybe you start a podcast with academics. Okay, that would be a pretty big deal, right? But I mean, it's not really like
something like that.
Okay, good point. TMZ, maybe if you go get a job there, but at TMZ, you're going to be on camera like a couple minutes a week, maybe.
You doing more research at TMZ then?
Yeah, like TMZ is not just like putting all kinds of people on cameras.
Sylvester Stallone's garbage can trying to get a 3-second shot.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, the traditional media world is kind of out the window at this point. Like, it's not like MTV or BET or VH1 exists and they're going to give you a job. If you get a gig at the radio, realistically, less people are going to hear you. I mean, like, T-Rail and them, they got a radio show, right? And it's like, it's smaller than their platform.
No, their podcast is way more impactful.
For sure. Yeah. So it's kind of like, you could build up your own platform, but besides that, like No Jumper, like if you get on No Jumper and you're on it for 6 months and your personal social media doesn't go anywhere, doesn't really say that much about No Jumper. Says a lot more about you.
All right. So you can't understand why somebody would feel defensive in a way and try to like shoot back.
At what? At like the commentary saying that like you're
nothing without
nothing without No Jumper.
Who want to hear that?
I mean, I was just looking at her channel that has 100,000 subscribers, and all her videos have like a couple hundred views.
What?
So I mean,
okay,
because like they pointed out, the views come off YouTube Shorts. For people out there that don't understand, YouTube Shorts has a completely different algorithm than the long form YouTube videos. So when you have a channel with shorts, it'll inflate your views and your subs, but it won't actually impact your channel the way you want to because it won't convert to the long form videos. Very, very simple.
But it seems like she got the subscribers because she has all these reels that are shorts rather that have done real well. Like she has like 5 million on a short that's something about Blue Ivy and Beyonce.
Oh, sorry, shorts go crazy.
But there's a lot of people like that who have like a lot of success with shorts, and then it doesn't really translate to their long form content. You know,
I think Tam's frustrated because she feels that her talents aren't appreciated over here and by the audience. And I think she's really good at a lot of things, like as far as like interviewing and just a lot. I feel like she feels like she's underutilized. So I can understand her frustration.
But I feel like underutilized. I mean, it's kind of all about the numbers you put up on the board, right? I mean, like the fandom is pretty much like the entirety of how I judge people. Like if you go on the news and there's a noticeable uptick in viewers on the news, then that's going to be something that we notice. If you're somebody that the fans can't shut up about in the Reddit and how they love you so much, then that's going to be something I notice. Obviously, like my own personal perception of how good they are as a podcaster is a big deal too. But it's like, there's not really, in terms of being like underappreciated, I mean, that is almost entirely based on your performance. And I don't think that there's anybody that I'm like massively misestimating the importance of their contribution just because, you know, like
no, I don't disagree.
It's all about how the fan base resonates with you.
Hey, but as far as no Jumper go, it's kind of like Shark Tank. Like I don't this to be
Shark Tank as far as what?
Females. Like if you're a female, like you can't. You gotta have like you gotta be thick skinned for sure. Like you know what I'm saying. And you gotta know how to deal with the chat. They go say what they say, and then you got obnoxious around this motherfucker. Yeah, well, like, it might be like that.
No, and you're not wrong. Like,
but we delivering, and I think Tuesday might be the hardest show to like stand on and like you know what I'm saying.
Gets most attention, and it's probably the hardest. It's the hardest show to get on.
Yeah, it's the hardest. Pressure. But see, I like Tuesday because I like being nigga rebellish with the and shit, but then
this is the street United Nations meetup every week.
but Monday, I think you go get a message. That's just how I feel, not just because I'm on here.
Also, like Munchie, when Tam was on there with Jaleese, and Jaleese made that comment about like, oh, your ex-husband slid in my DMs. Da, da, da.
She said that to Tam?
Yes, bro.
Who's her ex-husband?
Messy.
Somebody she was in college with.
Bro, she said it on the show. And like,
do you think she was telling the truth?
I think that it's very possible someone slid in her DMs and said, like, I'm Tam's ex. Who knows? Like,
Jaleese would like not do any research and just be like, oh, must be her ex. But I don't know. Maybe.
But hold on. But Tam was a real player. Like, hey, well, he spent money, do your thing. Like, she was a real player about it.
She was, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, looking back at that footage, like seeing the look on her face, I was like, oh, like it made me I felt bad. You feel me? Because
I mean, it must be kind of weird to be a woman who, as far as I know, does not get loaded, at least definitely not on the podcast. And then to be doing a podcast with Jaleese while she's in full-blown brick baby mode. I mean,
I wouldn't even say brick baby, bro.
it's got to be kind of weird, you know?
Worse.
Yeah, so that was the Tuesday show's reaction. Again, I hope they can patch it up, or maybe it's time for Tam to move on to pastures that maybe aren't necessarily greener, but are more in line with where she's trying to go on the trajectory of her career. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I'm GRLA Hebrew. This has been the No Jumper Rebound. Praise the Lord, I'm gone.